Well, Cuba's power grid collapsed on Saturday, leaving the country without electricity for the second time in a week. This as the Cuban government battles with decaying infrastructure and a US-imposed oil blockade. As night fell, Havana's streets were mostly pitch black. In the tourist old city, some restaurants remained open owing to the generators, while people were seen using phone lights or flashlights just 5 days after the previous blackout. Regular blackouts have made life more difficult for Cubans as the breakdowns are compounded by daily blackouts of up to 12 hours caused by fuel shortages, while also destabilizing the system. The state-owned Cuban Electric Union said that total disconnection of the national electricity system was due to an outage in a power unit at one of country's thermoelectric plants, causing what is termed as cascading effect. The company said it was activating microgrids to provide power to critical facilities, including hospitals and water treatment plants. Cuba, which produces barely 40% of the fuel it needs to power its economy, also faces an aging grid that has drastically eroded in recent years.
Normally, during blackouts, you'd sometimes charge your cell phone or manage to charge a thing or two for a little while, and then you'd just pass the time there talking and such. But now that the SEN, National Electro-Energetic System, has gone down again, and far too frequently at that, the truth is, I don't really even know what can be done anymore. People usually just wander around out on the street, chat a bit, and honestly, I think that's about the most you can do. But anyways.
The Cuban government has blamed the outages on a U.S. energy blockade after U.S. President Donald Trump warned of tariffs on any country that sells or provides oil to Cuba. Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel has said that the island has not received oil from foreign suppliers for 3 months. Trump for months suggested Cuba's government is on the verge of collapse. He also has raised the possibility of a friendly takeover of Cuba. And on one occasion, when Cuba's electric grid collapsed, Trump told reporters he believed he'd soon have the honor of taking Cuba. Trump has imposed an oil blockade on the Caribbean island after Washington deposed Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro on 3rd of January, and the U.S. toppled former Venezuelan president, leading to a halt of critical petroleum shipments from the nation that had been an all-time ally to Havana. In the meantime, Cuba's foreign minister, Bruno Rodriguez, has said that Havana would be open to a serious and responsible dialogue with the U.S., but emphasized that it would be without any interference in internal affairs. Rodriguez made the comments during the CELAC summit, a meeting of regional bloc of 33 Latin American and Caribbean countries that excludes the U.S. and Canada.
Life doesn't change. Ultimately, we're stuck in the same rut. We aren't going to move forward. We're just going to stay right here, at a standstill. Twice a week, cooking with firewood, it's absolute madness. There's no other way around it. It's just the hand we've been dealt. A solution is unlikely. We've been stuck in this same situation for 60 years. It is not going to change.
On Saturday, 2 sailboats carrying humanitarian aid departed Mexico for Cuba as part of an international convoy aiming to alleviate the economic crisis and the oil blockade impacting the Caribbean nation. The initiative, backed by Mexico, is part of the international humanitarian movement organized to deliver aid to Cuba.